Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Talking Time in the Six. You know what it is. You're back here for another episode and to be entertained. So we're gonna jump right into this episode. We're not gonna sit here and do a big intro. Today we're talking about me and my celly, me and a good friend of mine. At the time, we were close, and when he stabbed me in the back, and why he did it, how he did it, everything about it and everything that went into it. Okay, so that's what we're going to be speaking on today. Alrighty, and it was located in the Toronto Don Jail. I just want to show you guys. Look at this. I got my new little gadget here for and it's a real pen. Anyway, back to the story. All right, so this story takes place in the Toronto Don Jail. Okay, so basically, um, I land on the unit. Cell 18, everybody knows, is no good. You don't want to go in cell 18 because that's where everything happens. And then Don, all the gang members, they all smoke in there. They all jump up on the tables in there, smoke. Everybody fights in there. It's all bloody and everything like that, right? And so, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so the cell 18 it's a long corridor. The Donja it's like 18 cells long. So at the very end is cell 18, right? It goes 1 to 18. So basically, that's not a good cell to be in. Long story short, that's not a good cell to be in. No one wants to be in that cell. This guy, it was the first time me being in there in the Don jail, so I didn't really know this. And you don't get told a cell to go into when you're in the Don jail. It's one of the jails that it's inmate ran. It's like gangland, so it's like you don't get told a cell to go into from the guards, where a lot of other places, most of the places, you do get assigned a cell. Here, you have to figure it out on your own. And so most of the time, new fish will go in cell 18. I went in there, and one of these high-ranking gang members of 5PG Crip, shout out to Slabs. He's gonna be in jail probably for the rest of his life. I'm not sure if he's out. Shout out to you, Slabs. Hit me up, whatever. An interview. There's good people right there. Um, Also goes by Slugs. Okay, so that's my homie right there. He told me, yo, this is how it works, cell 18, whoopity whoop. He goes, where you from? We talked for like a good, hour. And because the cleaners, they stay out, to clean at night. When I landed, he was still out. He told me, yo, as soon as you can't do nothing about it now, you're in here for the night. But like, yo, as soon as the morning comes, move out, get into another cell. He goes right next door here. There's homie. He's got a cell open. Another white dude named England. So he's like, "Yo, Jeffy's got a cell open. Like him in there." I'm like, "All right." So basically, when the morning time comes, I find out, oh, there's a dude there from the East End, from Danforth and stuff like that. From got family in that neighborhood. I'm very familiar with the neighborhood, very familiar with the crew, all that. I was like, all right. So I go in the cell with him. Cell 17, it's a TV cell. Cell 16 and 17 are TV cells. You know what I mean? There's 4 TVs on this unit. So where normally there's only one on a pod. Like this in Don Joe, it was grimy, yo. It was like you had remotes. If it was a TV cell, you had your own remote. So man's fight for TV cells. Found that out quick. Everyone wanted to take my cell, stuff like that. Over time, that would be a different story. But yeah, so me and England end up selling up, and about a week goes by. I get to know everybody on the unit. I didn't really feel comfortable in the unit. On the unit, me and him got along great. We were card partners. We played cards. We gambled with other people where you need 2 people to play as partners. Like this game Bidwiz, we play Bidwiz a lot in there. Toronto, everybody in Toronto knows that's what we play. Our game is Bidwiz. We gamble. A lot of the guys in the pen will play bridge. the pen timers, old guys, they'll play bridge. It's a higher form of bidwiz. Bidwiz is like the gel version of bridge. Bridge is like taken a lot more seriously, but bidwiz is taken very seriously. Okay, so anyway, you got to bid your tricks. If you don't make your tricks, then your partner's gonna flip on you, because it's like, you got to bid your hand to your partner. It's like, I got 3 tricks. Your partner will make the decision. Okay, he's got 3. You guys are gonna go 6 together. Stuff like that, right? So basically, what's going on is you don't want to gamble and play bridge, because those bridge player dudes, those old pen timer dudes, those guys will kill you if you bid your hand wrong. Okay, so just stay away from bridge. Okay, unless you're really good at it. So, anyways, back to the story about me in England, my celly. So, what happens is me and him get real close. You know what I mean? We get real close. We're gambling. We're winning money together. We're losing money together. We're eating together. We do everything together. But what goes on is, in jail, everybody's about hygiene. I'm really, really big on hygiene. My hygiene is everything to me. Okay. Right away when I got in the cell, I noticed that he was real sloppy. I thought it was just maybe 1 or 2 days, so I give him time to organize the cell. I went on the top bunk, and it was like, this is nasty. I'm keeping all my stuff on the top, but like everywhere else in the cell, there was nowhere for me to keep anything. It was like disgusting. It's like the table has got 1 seat and another seat that's supposed to be half mine. You know what I mean? The shelf, there should be 1 for me, 1 for him. It's like he's taken over the whole unit because it's so messy, it's so dirty. I wouldn't want to use it, right? So then I'm starting to try to clean up stuff here and there. He's getting like upset with me about cleaning it. Like, no, bro, this is where I want it. This is where it's gonna stay. Stuff like that. And I'm just thinking in my head, yo, this is my buddy, my homie. I don't want to embarrass him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to hint around about the hygiene thing. Feel me? Like, the gangs are big on the hygiene out on the range. People don't really know what you live like in your cell. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're showering every day, people don't really care. But most people keep their cell spotless in there. Like me, I was told eventually later on in my bid, when I had my own cell, eventually, I was told I had one of the cleanest cells on the unit. It was literally, I made the walls white, from washing them so much, shampoo and everything like that. So you can imagine the 2 different levels of hygiene for me and him. Not dissing him, not saying he's a dirty dude. He's just a little bit of a sloppier dude than me. So I kind of am an OCD freak. So I'm gonna admit that I'm OCD level kind of clean. So it's like where I have to have everything kind of immaculate. So that's a little where our issue came in too. And one day I told him that I was going to be leaving the cell and going into the homie next door, who also had a TV cell. His homie went home or went to the pen, one or the other, I can't remember. And Snoop had a cell open, and he was also a top bunk. So I was like, you know what? Me and Snoop get along great. Snoop's a clean freak. He's OCD. He was a young Rasta dude around my age. He was like 21. I was about that age at the time. England was an older dude, probably about 34 at the time. Um, so Snoop, they called him Ital Life because he was like, his father was Rastafarian. He wanted to grow his, and he was just starting his. He was just starting his little twists. He was just starting to make them and stuff like that. So I know all about that, the Ital life and Rasta life and all that, because I was Sully's with Snoop for a long time after this. Me and Snoop got along great. But when I had to break the news to England about leaving the cell and going in the cell with Snoop, he kind of took that as a little bit of a disrespect. But I told him, yo, it's not about disrespect, but it's about the hygiene. I got to have my cleanliness. I got to stay clean. He kind of took it as I was calling him dirty. I wasn't. I was just telling him, you got to be a bit cleaner. You're not saying you're a dirt rag, but you're a dirt bag. You feel me? Like, anyway, so it was more like a friendly brawl. Like me and him were fighting, fist fighting. Next thing you know, he gets me down on the table, gets on top of me. My back's on the table. He's punching me out, punching me in the face and stomach. I'm punched. Then I got him, rolled him over onto the table. I'm punching him out, giving him the punches, punching him right out. And I just went ham on him and just went nuts to the point where the Crip were like, the 5PGs and all the other Crips were like, yo, they run over, they're like, Eddie, you guys are cool. They get me off of him. So I'm like, all right, that's enough. He's had enough. I let up. They didn't have to do too much. They didn't have to pull me off. They're just like, yo, Eddie, you're cool. That's good. So I'm just like, I let him go. I start walking away. Next thing you know, he gets embarrassed and gets pissed off that I got the better of him, and he runs over, grabs his thing, they call it a jigga in the Don. Runs over, grabs his jigga, and runs up. As I'm walking away, he runs up from behind and goes right in my back, right here, right in my shoulder blade in the back, right here. Sort of like the thumbnail you guys see on the thumbnail where that guy got it in the back right there. That's exactly the place I got it. That's why I use that for the thumbnail. Okay, so now it makes sense. Yeah. So right away, I just turn around and just what the hell? Keep fighting. Boom, 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 boom. Dummy him. Get on top of him. Just start dummying him. We're fighting, scuffling, fighting, and everything. And the Crips come over and broke it up. And they're like, "You guys are friends. Chill, yo, relax. You guys are friends. Dinner's coming. And we're just like, and then we were like, all right. And then we broke it up. We were both pretty hurt. You know what I mean? I went and had a shower. He went and had a shower after. Dinner came. We ate. You know what I mean? We went to sleep that night. Thing was broken off in my backbone. And like my homie's looking at it, seems like everybody's telling me, all the Crips telling me, yo, you gotta go to medical. I'm like, nah, yo, no way, I ain't going to medical. They're gonna start asking questions, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. And we all have a thing where we're like, if anything happens where you got to go to medical and they ask any questions, we're like, yo, the main story is you fell off the bunk. You fell off the top bunk. And that's it. That's the story. You fell off the top bunk. You stick to that. That's it. I fell off the bunk. That's it. Well, how could you have got something in your back from falling off the bunk? Bottom line, period. I fell off the bunk. No other explanation. I don't have any other explanation. Well, how did this happen? I don't know. I was asleep. I fell off the bunk. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what you say. We all got that thing that we stick to. You got in a fight. You got black guys out here that always ask you what happened. I fell off the top bunk. You feel me? It's just a thing, bro. Anyway, they can't prove you not. And so anyways, when eventually they're telling me go, I didn't want to go. After like a few days goes by, it's getting real bad because the little piece of it, the end piece, tip of it is broken off in there and we can't get it out. My homie tried to get it out, can't get it out. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go up there. So I put in a request for them to go up. Eventually they come call my name, probably like a week, 4 days later, some shit. It takes a long time to go to medical. So then finally I get called to go up there. It's fucking got bad, infected and shit. But it wasn't at the point of like getting, but they were all worried. They thought it was going to go to my heart because it was right behind here and all that. And my homies were all worried about me and shit, about getting an infection and all that. So they were on like, just go. So anyway, I go up. They ask what happened. I tell them I fell off the top bunk, all that, right? And next thing you know, they ask me, yo, what you can't go back to that range because da 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 da. We think that you're gonna get killed if you go back to that range. They're thinking people want to stab me and kill me, this, that, the third. Even if they did, who cares? It's none of your business. You guys are COs, you feel me? Oh, trying to pull superhero COs like, oh, you gotta go to PC, you wanna check in, da da da. I'm like, nah, I wanna go back to my unit. Feel me? Like nothing happened. You feel me? I'm going back to my unit. Oh, we're not allowing you to go back to your unit. Yeah, you're allowing me to go back to my unit. Where else would I go? Well, you're gonna go to the protective custody. You're gonna sign this paper and go to protective custody. Fuck you. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So then they finally agree. Okay, fine. you want to go back to that range, this is something that is very brave of you if you do. Get a lot of respect from the gangs and shit. I come back to the range, tell all the gangs what they made me sign, bro. They made me sign a waiver saying like I can't sue the jail, I can't sue the Don jail, my family can't sue the Don jail. If I go back to 3C North and get killed, then that's my own fault that I've been warned, and they think someone gonna want to kill me on there, and I'm still going back on my own against their word and this and that. And so it sounds weird, but you literally have to sign your life away and be like, okay, if I get killed, my family can't sue. And I want to go back to general population. Like, I want to go back to my unit that I came from before I went to medical. You feel me? I've been up in medical for fucking an hour, and now they want to fucking take me away from a range I've been on for probably, I don't know, the whole time I've been there at this point. You know what I mean? I haven't been on any other unit. That was the same range I ended up staying on for 14 months after that. So, I'm glad that I ended up staying there. And that was the best decision I ever made because you look like a fucking pussy punk hole. If I would have went to the hole or something, it would have looked weird. If I would have went to another unit, that's just fucking weird. So anyway, that's what you do. So that's the only way to do it. So I was like, whatever. I don't care. Like at this point, it's either my name or I sign this waiver and say if I get killed, I get killed, whatever. So that was kind of freaky thing to sign, but I signed it and I went back to my unit. And then when I got back to the unit, all the homies are just like, "Yo, what's up? What's up? What happened?" I explained everything to them. They're just like, "What the fuck? They gave you that much of a hard time?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, man," because it was just like the piece of the shank and in the back, and it was just a whole bullshit thing, right? So anyway, me and him ended up being cool after that. We still played cards together. We still gambled. We were still partners and shit like that. Um, we still looked out for each other. We weren't enemies. Fuck, we were friends. It was just a fucking. Sometimes friends fight. I grew up fighting my friends, and right after we'd be friends. Right after we fist fight and scrap. Right after, and be shaking hands and dapping each other up and giving each other a hug right after. So that's how I grew up. So I'm kind of used to that. So it wasn't a big issue. I fought enough Crips on that range. It was, and we were friends afterwards. You get enough respect when you stick up for yourself. So that's the story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys come back for another one. Subscribe, like, share, all them great things. We do a lot of interviews on the channel. We got a lot of great upcoming things. And stay tuned. See you in the next one.